She wanted you in a finely fitted suit?
Yes. Leslie did.
That sounds like Leslie.
Juan Wick.
Juan Wick. It's made out of Kevlar lining.
Kill my perro.
You killed my dog.
The day before I had my son Hendrix, it sounds so sad. I went to Poncho's by myself.
Like, I want a last meal before I have my kid.
ate so much food. Oh my God. I was just sitting there like so pregnant, just eating Ponchos.
You're like, okay, it's time now. I think
Like
it's time
my
to
last
give birth.
ounce of freedom.
People
That's
are
so
looking at you like, what the?
Water broke as you ate something.
Oh, yeah. Start the
I don't
show.
know why I left it all the way over there.
What's up, motherfuckers? And welcome to the Funky Panther. Chad's not here, so he can't make me say the normal stuff. So I'm going to say whatever I want. Tonight's guest is Gabby. Gabby, you want to say hey?
Hello.
Hey, Gabby, we're glad to have you on here.
Thank you for having
Long time
me.
coming, and we're glad we're here. So, without further ado, I want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy. And let's get into this. I'm Tim.
I'm Javier,
And I'm Chad Jared.
And Gabby.
And Gabby. And we are
the Funky Panther.
I think I did okay on that.
We are the Funkiest
That was
Panther.
nice.
I've actually never done that.
Really?
I've never kicked us off. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I guess you haven't. Well, it seems like a natural thing for you.
I tried to get a job with a radio station.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I would love to work at a radio station.
I don't though anymore.
like you don't want to anymore?
Yeah. So we are friends with Ben Ryan. Ben Ryan used to be on 95.9 The Ranch.
Wolf.
95.9 The Ranch.
The Ranch
Yeah,
or the Wolf?
he was on The Ranch.
Oh.
He's going to get mad. He's going to hear this. He's going to be
I'm
like...
sorry, Ben.
99.5 is the
Anyways,
one.
talking to Ben about it, like, I mean, it was a good experience for him and everything, but you don't get to play whatever you want. You don't get to... Like, you have some creativeness to it a little bit, but outside of that, it's all up to the program director, and, you know, you're going to play these songs this hour, and you can rearrange one or two of them kind of thing. And I didn't want to do that. I would much rather be like the program director, I think, you know.
Yeah.
So.
For the 10th time this hour, what's new, Pussycats?
No, we're just
I would
playing.
just play my own song.
Just play Creed 100 times a day. Creed.
I was just about to do that. Really? I wish we did it at the same
Hello,
time.
my friends, we meet again.
If you had to work for Gabby, if you had to work for a radio station, which one would you work for?
91.7 KXT.
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
100%.
I say that with my whole chest. I love them so much.
They play some fun stuff,
They do.
and it's like a
Yeah.
wide range of stuff. So
and
I
they pay attention to local artists.
They
Yeah.
absolutely
They
do.
get so much less. They are local artists as well.
I discovered them on accident. I was trying to put in 97.1, and my dyslexic ass just put 90.
What a wonderful
92.1.
mistake.
And I was just like, oh, this is really good. And I left it on there thinking that I was like, well, I guess 97.1's got a new format or something. And then I realized,
Like, whoa, they're
yeah.
real chill and cool.
And it was like, because they play like you said, a lot of local stuff, but each DJ on there has like kind of like their own like vibe that they go with. And
yeah.
Didn't they used to play hip hop like late at night?
I'm sure
Well,
they
they have
did.
different
Yeah.
segments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
And they've
it's-
played a couple of my songs too.
Yeah.
On Thursday evenings at 7 o'clock, they have the local show. So for an hour, they only play local music. Joe's been on there, me, some of our friends.
I miss the local show. Like, they used to do that at on 102.1 way back in the day.
On Sunday evenings.
Yeah, the local show.
Man, I wish 102.1 was still a
I
thing.
know.
Yeah, me too.
I would
Now-
call them and be like, please play my music.
They're technically still around if you have an HD radio and go on 102.1
Really?
HD2.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Just like
Interesting.
97.1 also has like a rock
But it's on
music,
their
but
it's on the
their
HD, yeah.
instead of sports. So I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would be on 102.1, but only because I've had so many fond memories with.
I think that'd
With
be
the
my
edge.
second option. Or 89.3 KNON.
Oh, Kanon. I fuck with
That
Kanon.
was like growing up. That was what we listened to in the house, and 91.7.
98.7 is what we listen to.
Okay.
98.7, Kayla.
I know every fucking oldies song.
Yeah, we listened to so much, Kayla, whenever I was a kid.
When I worked at CBS, that's all they would play.
It was like that and 96.3 My mom
What's
loved
that one?
KSCS.
KSCS.
My mom
Country.
loved KSCS, the country.
Oh, we weren't
She loved it.
country. Well, my dad likes country, but he was like so hardcore against like 90s young country is what they called it.
She loved 90s
Oh
country.
yeah, absolutely not.
She won.
Not
She
in
won
the
like
house.
my mom won $1,000 doing one of those call-in things. Like, so she,
My mom used to always win. She has like a magic gift with calling and winning things.
that's crazy.
Like all the time.
I could take her to Vegas.
I've only won something once, and that was texting in. So
I won a Game Boy.
I won
I won
tickets to go
tickets to-
see 300.
Is that racing? Oh, the movie.
Yeah. This is Sparta. It was 105.3, and you had to. Chuck Liddell was supposed to be there, and it was like, if you text in Chuck to blah 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 blah,
Number 72.
and be number 105, and then I was texting, and it was like your number 66, and it was like your number 78, and I was like, and I was like.
Remember
Something
calling
to-
and hanging up.
Something
and
told
calling.
me it was like text him one more time, and I did it, and it was like, congratulations, you're number 106, and I was like, that's not the winner. And it was like, call this number. So I called them, and they're like, so you get tickets, but you're not guaranteed seats, so just get there early. I was like, okay, cool. So I did, and like Chuck Liddell came out, and he was just like, yeah, I saw the movie. It was pretty cool. I was like, all right, cool. Well, here's the movie. I was like, oh, okay, thanks. Bye.
It's like the lamest thing to win, man.
Pretty much. And they were like, we're gonna have UFC fight in the foyer or whatever the fuck it was. And then
Come out here and watch us beat the shit out of each other.
yeah, like no one. I didn't go see it because I was like, I'm not gonna give up my seats. And then they came back and it was like, that was the dumbest thing. It was just like two guys in underwear like grabbing each other. And I was like,
That sounds like most UFC fights.
Yeah.
True.
What'd you win, Gabby? What'd you win in?
I won tickets to see the Lakers, but then I didn't go. I fell asleep.
Oh no!
Yeah, Hendrix was. God, he was probably 4 weeks old. He was a tiny little baby, and I was so tired. And me and his dad got ready. We were like, we're going to this freaking basketball game, and we both fell asleep on the couch and woke up at like 1:00 in the morning.
Jesus.
Did he win at least? That's hilarious. Oh,
Who was on LeBron James? Is that him?
yes.
Yes.
There is a
Yeah.
LeBron.
There's the
James,
LeBron
yes.
James, yeah.
He's
I know
been
nothing
on-
about
He did play
basketball.
the Lakers.
He's been with the
Besides Mark
Lakers
Cuban.
for like 4
Mark-
years. 4 years. Yeah, 'cause he joined them like in 2020 during the COVID.
Oh, it
bubble
wouldn't
year.
have been. This was a long
This
time
would
only
have
ago.
been, this
been
would've
there
been
that long?
Kobe.
This was like 2016.
Oh wow. Okay.
been Kobe
You
and
miss Kobe.
That was.
Oh, it would have been Kobe
Yeah.
Bryant.
Yeah, it would have.
Oh.
Was Shaq
Well,
on there
that-
then, or?
nah, Shaq was
Damn, because I think that was his final season.
2016. Shaq's.
Well, okay.
Look at that fucking Wookiee over there, man.
Just like Chewbacca. How did you do that?
I don't know. It was kind of weird.
It's a gift.
I think that was Kobe's final year because he died 4 years later. And I
Dang,
think
that's crazy, and I missed it.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at Kobe dying. I'm laughing at Christy's. So Christy in the chat, she writes, I won Bert Fries Kreischer tickets. And she said, my stupid phone added fries there. And I thought that we just found out what Bert Kreischer's middle name was
Fries.
Fries.
BFK, baby.
She just loves him and knows his middle name.
It's like, man, that's
My
amazing.
brother really likes that guy.
He's pretty funny.
He's pretty funny.
I saw a stand up. It was good at Dickies.
Dickies,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
a fun
So
time.
Kobe played till 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
She
that
said
was.
2016.
It was like.
She said
yeah.
2014, I thought. Or was it
2016.
Shit.
Well, no.
I need to pay attention.
Because Hendrix was born like right at the end. It was probably
He was on the
2017.
Lakers. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, Kobe.
I know he was selected by the Charlotte Hornets, and then he went to the Lakers.
Yeah, he was.
Hornets.
Yeah. He was with the Hornets, and then they sent him to the Lakers.
Yeah, I don't know much about basketball, but I can always watch it. It's one sport that I can like get invested in.
Yeah, like those long, drawn-out sports like golf or like baseball. I can't watch on TV unless like during the World Series run I watched.
I would love to go to a baseball game. It seems cool
No.
to just sit there and drink,
Yes.
just in the nice weather.
Yeah, and it's in that stadium where we play, the Rangers, not me personally. I don't play.
Where I
You like
play.
it?
Javier personally plays there.
I hit home runs there, and they give me hot dogs to cool down.
I'll take one of those. I'll take one of those shiners. I haven't had a shiner in
home run. You earned a week.
I haven't had a shiner in a long time.
Before I met Joe, this is literally all I would drink.
Really?
If there wasn't shiner, I wasn't drinking.
This is what.
And now I know beer stuff.
Have you been to the Spitzel Brewery?
Have you ever been down there?
I have not.
Dude,
So I think it would be fun.
We went on a weekend trip one time, and we stayed in. It was a little small town that's. I think it started with like a G or something. But we get to the hotel, and like there was no one there. Like the parking lot was empty.
Was it Georgetown?
No, it wasn't that. Gonzales.
Oh, Gonzales.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've been to Gonzales.
And we get there, and then we go to check in. And it was like, "Are y'all open?" They're like, "Yeah, just no one stays here during the week." And we're just like, "Oh, okay." And we were the only two people. It was me and my ex-wife Ashley, and then Alex and Christina. And then they put us on like separate floors, and it's like we're going to disturb each other. And then we went out, and the whole town shut down by like 10 o'clock. So we went they had a Buc-ee's there that was like the size of a 7-Eleven. And we all just got like tall boys. And we went back to the hotel, and we were going to go just drink in our rooms. But the person at the front wasn't even there. And I had, I can't remember what phone, but it had like a sensor on there to where you can get like a remote app and you can change the thing. So I just changed it to something we wanted to watch, and we just sat in the lobby in the couches and got drunk and just sat there. And the next day we were kind of hungover when we went to the brewery, because I think I got like I don't think it was a Four Loko that bad, but it was something like almost comparable. And it was like a Diet Four Loko, like a 2 Loko. And but the next day we went to the brewery, and it was pretty cool. Like the brewery, like to me, once you've kind of been to one, you've been to them all. Mm-hmm. But it's just cool the different types of beers you get to see. Plus their gift shop was amazing. So it was pretty cool. It's definitely worth going down for like a day or so. So
whenever Chad and I were underage, we would go to a bar that was in Fort Worth in downtown, Patty Red's. And Patty Red's is no longer there. It's now the Winchester, I think. It's down in the basement. Mm-hmm. Anyways, we would go and we would just drink, before we started drinking beer, we would drink like Midori sours and stuff like that, because it's whatever. It tasted good
because they're ladies.
Yeah, because we were classy. We were classy ladies. But then we started drinking just Shiner. We drank a shit ton of Shiner, and then they started doing like the birthday stuff. And so it's like, it's their birthday. We have to go to the bar and get the whatever birthday beers out there. And we did that for a long time, but I've never been to the brewery.
It's pretty cool.
But this was my beer that I drank.
Nice little like weekend trip.
I haven't had one of these in probably like 8 years.
Do you like the strawberry one?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
These are like my gas station
It tastes
beers.
like shit to me.
It was terrible.
Like, it tastes like beer with like a hint of strawberry. Everyone's like, it's so good. I'm like, no, it's not.
It was funny, before I knew anything about beer, everybody was like, yeah, I'd like those dark beers like Shiner Bock. And I was like, oh yeah, it's a dark beer. And then I actually found out what real dark beer is.
Dark, oh my goodness.
This is just a dark in color, but it's not a stout.
Stouts. Stouts are but they're so sweet. Mm-hmm. But I avoid them while I'm playing because they're so strong.
Oh yeah, they'll creep up on you.
Yeah. So if I'm like at Panther when I play, I have to get something nice and
like
light.
the Imperial Stout or whatever, and you're just gonna be like,
if I get one, it's like 15 minutes before I'm
you'll
done.
be up there real sloppy.
Yeah, I'll start singing Creed.
With arms waddled. Gabby, what are you doing? Which is a good segue.
They would love that. They actually, there's one guy that works there, and in all of my breaks, he plays Creed.
Really?
Yeah. It's Luis. They told me.
Do you think Creed's going to be the new, instead of playing Freebird, it's going to be like play higher or whatever?
I feel like Creed's the new Nickelback. Even though they come from the same time, I feel like people love to hate Nickelback for so long. And one day people just stopped. They were like, we're going to stop pretending. And that's where Creed is now.
But Creed is doing this huge tour.
Yes.
And I'm here for it. I'm gonna get tickets, and I'm gonna go, and I
probably won't go see Creed.
I'm gonna sing my heart out.
But I love that for them.
I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be crazy.
I'm very proud of them.
They remind me of early like 2000s wrestling. Like
the
soundtrack of wrestling was Creed.
Oh my God, this one time I had a flashback when you said that.
Oh.
In elementary school, they took us on this like surprise field trip, and it was to an auditorium in Garland. And the Garland Police Department had a band, and they did like all of these cover songs, but they did a lot of Creed. Okay. And you said that, and I just like
cops
like Raven. I just had a crazy flashback about it.
That's what the band was actually called. Cops Doing Creed.
Yeah.
It's just, that's it. Christy says she hates both of them. Christy, I'm going to get tickets for Creed for you and I and Jesse to go, and you're going to come with us, and Herbie can come too. I guess.
Well, I just saw that Three Doors Down is opening for Creed.
What?
So-
That sounds
yeah,
fun.
yeah,
Oh my God.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, with that too, baby. Anyways, so
I go crazy. That was the first. So when I don't know if y'all remember that '84 Mazda truck.
yes, I do.
I had this Jensen CD player I got for Christmas, and we installed it. And my cousin was like, "What's the first CD you want to play in there?" And then, I looked through my little book, and I was like, Three Doors Down. And I was like, why the fuck did I play that?
You could have put ICP on or
I know.
anything.
I could have
Oh my
put something
gosh.
cool, like NWA or whatever, but it was just like fucking Three Doors
I miss the
Down.
little CD binders.
I've still
have
got mine.
I still
It's
got
like
mine.
2x2. and
I had so many CDs.
I'm thinking of
I don't
putting
know
it
where
at the
they're
antique mall and just putting a price on it all and selling it. So.
Oh, Gen Z would eat that shit up.
Oh, I
They would
know.
buy it so quick.
It's not all my good CDs, but it's like the C list
CDRs
or whatever.
You got any CDRs in there? That you just...
No, I pulled all those out. All my Jared mixes. The Finger and Sluts mix or
Oh,
whatever.
wait, whoa. That's a name for a
Jesus,
mixtape.
man.
My God.
Oh my God!
Volume 3 was a real good
We're a
banger.
Christ-loving show episode.
Wow.
And the Lord be with you.
Finger banging chicks mix 84.
Yeah, with legs
Mine
wide
would
open.
literally just say like Gabby's mix and have hearts and flowers all over
Nah.
it.
Mine was, I tried, one of them was like Attack of the Headphones, like supposed to be like Attack of the Clones. And then it was just stupid, like,
Such a nerd.
yeah, Record Fight or Strike Back. Or it was, I had tried to do them all cool. And then,
I would literally just write my own name and just make it really pretty.
Mine was real. Like I had one that was like real good CD. So original. So
How
That
good
was
is
literally
it?
my
It's
idea
real
with
good.
my
It's
album
real
name.
good.
It's okay is my album name. It's okay.
So segueing, I'm
yeah,
not the king of segues.
yeah, let's get to
Let's
that.
get back. I know we've gone on a 20-minute tangent of alcohol and
And Creed.
Creed. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Who, me?
Yes.
Yeah, we need to. This is the first time on the show we know about you, but our listeners, I mean, some of them actually
the
obviously
guest.
do, but some may not know who Gabby actually is.
So, I am a singer-songwriter and also a mom.
Yes.
I feel like that's like its own world. And
Soccer mom.
yeah, soccer mom. And I put out an album a couple of years ago. It's on all streaming platforms. I have a music video out if you could go watch that too. I grew up in Garland. I'm actually not from Fort Worth.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a transplant.
Okay. That's why your field trip was to Garland. I was like, why the
I know,
fuck
that's
would they
why-
take you all the way over there to watch some cops play Creed?
That's kidnapping. You can't do that.
That's why I keep talking about Garland.
One wish. He's like, okay.
Oh
Yes,
my God.
officer.
If the school called me and said, we're taking your children across the Metroplex to the police. I'd be
Yeah.
like, no. you're
There's some
not.
cops playing. We're going to take your kids to it.
Oh my
You can
God,
just
that's
sign
so
this.
funny. But no, I grew up over there in the Dallas area. So I moved out here in like 2021 maybe. But I like love it over here. It's great. Everybody's so nice.
It's a banger.
Yeah. It's wonderful.
It's a different animal over on once you get on this side of town. Like it's just very
Yeah.
different compared to Dallas County.
It's refreshing.
Whenever I drive to Dallas for whatever reason, I always feel like, over here everybody's just kind of slow, not in a hurry, nobody really cares. And you cross over 360 in Arlington, and it's like a whole different beast. Like you're having to fight for every position in the lane. Like I got to make this exit, even though like it's literally right there. You still got to fight everybody just to get over, and everyone wants to get around you. It's terrible.
Oh, and once you drive into downtown Dallas, it's crazy.
Yes.
I've ran so many red lights in downtown Dallas.
Me too.
Because I don't know if you've noticed this, but like they don't have the thing over the top.
Oh, yeah, it's on the sides,
It's
so
on
you
the
don't
sides.
see
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Very awkward.
Jared.
I'm
Jared.
grinding on the gas.
Next
No,
time,
you're
just
fine.
go around me.
Yeah, you fool.
It's okay. No worries.
Yeah. So it's I ran so many red lights that way.
No, yeah, it's really easy too.
I like going to Dallas. I mean, I go to Dallas quite a bit just to go to different venues and stuff like that to see bands because, unfortunately, a lot of them don't want to come through Fort Worth yet.
I mean, they're starting to. They're starting to. I mean, you got Justin Timberlake going to come into town. You had the Black Keys come through. I'm
talking about like smaller venue bands.
Oh, okay. Like LL Cool J and like a bunch of other like artists were at Dickies last year, so it was really cool.
Yeah, I mean, Tulips is nice, and we've had some pretty good bands come through there, but it's starting to pick up. I think there's some acts that are now coming, but Dallas has always had the music scene where you've got the venues to back. You know, if you like the bomb, or it used to be the Bomb Factory, the Factory. They had the Factory, which is huge, and you have studio at the Factory, which is still equally as big. And so you can house some of those bigger named bands and not jack up the prices because it's not like these huge venues. It's still a nice size or whatever. And we just don't have that necessarily here. Jared, you come around me.
I was prepared to scoot all the way up.
So you've been here since 2021 here in Fort Worth. So what brought you over here?
Well, so I lived in Bedford and in Euless. Did you say Creed? Creed guided me here.
With arms wide open.
6 feet from the edge. No,
6 feet from the edge.
I lived in Bedford and kind of the HEB area for a couple of years. And then when me and the kids' dad split, I moved into my mom's. And I was totally planning on going back to Dallas. I was looking in like maybe Irving or Las Colinas. But then once I started hanging out here, I decided I want to stay out here. And then I just kind of never went back. And then I bought a house.
Yeah.
Yes, and I am a permanent resident.
Well, you picked a great spot, I tell you, because we grew up around
We did grow up here.
That's what everybody anybody I tell about River Oaks, they're like, I've lived there my entire life.
It's
like, I love it. It's like the cutest little suburb.
It's a weird city because it's like only 3 square miles or 3.3 square miles.
It's like 7,000 people
surrounded by 4. I'm sorry, I touched your hand.
Yeah, like I can see the skyline from my backyard.
Nice.
It's so
really.
Y'all keep touching.
I know. We have a thing.
Hands up, boys. Hands up. Jared, hands up.
You don't know us.
It's very much a sleepy. It's a sleepy little city though, because
slept on by many.
It is. I think so.
Yeah, I really like it.
We've got some cool stuff happening now, though.
Yeah,
I mean, we got
Taco Bell, which has been here forever.
No,
there's what is it? A Jolly J Jolly's.
There's a
we don't talk about that.
What is it? I don't know what.
What's a J Jolly?
I have no clue. They're building it on River Oaks.
What is it? Boulevard
of Broken Dreams.
The ice cream, not ice cream, but the coffee place.
Boulevard.
Oh my
Brew.
God, Grumps.
Boulevard Brew, Grumps.
Yeah, what do you think about Grumps?
Forever. I love Grumps. It's so cute.
Faded Art Barbershop.
Faded Art Barbershop. Yeah.
Shout out to Faded Art Barbershop.
Which
and there's a
I need to
Boulevard
cut
Brew.
Pretty soon, so I'm gonna
Boulevard.
swing
check it
by
out.
there and
Is
let
it Boulevard
them,
Brew? Boulevard.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boulevard Brew.
Josephina's.
Which I
next
wanted,
to it.
dude. Chad and I talked about this back when we were trying to start a brewery. We wanted to start a brewery so bad, and we looked at places in River Oaks, and Boulevard Brew is such a good name for a fucking brewery.
Oh shit, it is.
But it's a coffee shop. And
yeah,
Just buy it from them.
I should
Yeah.
Or
you could just make one and see what happens.
just do a small,
make coffee beer like Drew Carey.
just do a small batch system, very small. Have people come out there, yeah,
like a microbrewery.
yeah. Could definitely.
They've got beer taps in there.
Do they really?
Yeah. So like they have the brewery, not the brewery,
the coffee,
coffee brew area up the front. But if you go in the back, there's a little area. They have beer taps and stuff, and they do wine and like lesbian night or something on Fridays or something like that.
What?
So,
Wine and lesbian night? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Dude, River Oaks. I mean, it's getting progressive, man.
Yeah, I don't expect that from River Oaks.
Not from River Oaks.
We don't care who you love. Just spend your money here.
Oh my gosh! I think it was 4th of July.
I believe that's the town slogan.
Me and the kids thought we were going to a city function. And they posted all this stuff on the website. They were like, 4th of July bash. And we show up, and it was the church up the street. And there was a DJ, and he kept saying, give it up for Jesus. And the kids started just repeating it all over the place.
Were they making fun? Hey, give it up for Jesus! You suck!
Yeah, nothing against church
Nothing
events,
against
but we
churches.
thought we were going to like a city event. And I was like, why is the DJ just talking about Jesus.
That's
I'm going to
wild.
indoctrinate you guys into loving Jesus Christ.
No, never mind.
I mean, they were a Christian band, weren't they?
That's
Yeah.
kind
Yeah,
of
they
yeah,
were.
Yeah. That's all they played at that July bash.
Jesus Christ.
Creed.
So you get here, you've been performing for a while. And what was the first venue you performed at?
So the first place I performed was, at the time, it was called Smokestack 1948.
Yeah.
But it's Rusty Nickel.
Yeah, that's a cool place.
And Joe actually helped me get that gig. He was talking to somebody there, and they talked about somebody, and he was like, hey, she does music. So he was like, you got to come meet this girl. And I was petrified because I had not played. Okay, so let me back up. So I used to gig in Dallas in like 2014 to 2016. And then I had my kids, and it was like all stopped. So I took like a 5 or 6 year hiatus, and then I came out here and tried again. And I was so scared.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Yeah, exactly.
My name is Gab.
And I was so petrified. You could see, it's actually, I think the video is still on YouTube, but I'm like in this chair and I'm like stiff as a fucking board. And I'm like, I won't talk in between my songs. I'm just thank you. And then I just like keep playing. Oh, it was so scary. But everybody was so welcoming.
Did you close your eyes? Like, were you?
Oh yeah, to this day I still close my eyes when I play.
Do you wear sunglasses? You did?
Yeah,
You did?
I actually almost had them on right now.
I
But
almost
was
wore
like,
sunglasses, but I thought, I was like, man, I'm going to look weird if I'm just sitting in here like fucking Tom
If you
Cruise.
had said
and
that, I would have brought
Jerry
my
Maguire.
sunglasses too, and I would have worn them.
Damn
tonight.
it.
Oh.
Folks,
then
we're
you
going to
would've-
take a break and get sunglasses.
I'm trying to figure out how like anybody ever remembers like lyrics to any song. Because
all the time.
I mean, I can remember like songs that I just like listen to over and over again, but whenever I was actually trying to actively write and stuff, for the life of me, I could not remember my own lyrics. And so
No, they're just in there.
Yeah.
I don't know. They don't come out. I feel like there's literally constantly always, like it's like I have headphones in all the time.
Like
I can just like, it's like listening to music constantly.
Have you ever thought about doing like a duet with Joe?
People ask us that all the time.
I was thinking about.
actually.
I was going to ask you.
That's
that.
number one question.
Yeah, you can have
Be
a little
like-
collab,
Nelly and Kelly Rowland.
like
or
backup vocals.
Oh my god, like that song where she's texting on Excel.
Yeah,
Love you.
it's like that's why you didn't get the message, bitch.
Need you. No, yeah. Okay, I'm done.
I need you. I do.
No, when the time is right, it'll happen naturally.
There's going to be a
eventually.
song that I feel like it's just going to be like, you're like,
For those that
Just-
can't see, we got JOE actually in here with us, and he's giving us a side look, just shaking his head. Nah,
Hey babe,
He flipped me
love
off.
you.
this ain't happening. No.
No, so let's.
No, I
he
like
put a
did the
Band-Aid on his
teeniest-
cheek and said, I'm down.
Like the.
It's like,
Oh my god,
yes.
please. Can we do I want to do a cover.
oh, that
I'm gonna. We'll plan that.
you got to reenact the video. You're gonna have to reenact that video.
I can't do that to Kelly Rowland. No.
Sure you can. You're fixing to get a haircut. Just dye it red and then,
And do the little flip.
yeah.
Yes, yes. Oh my god. Yeah.
No, yeah. This one of his songs. I did the tiniest bit of background vocals. It's like real, like a little boop at the end.
On his actual song?
Yeah.
What? Which song?
Which song is it? Do you remember?
Hot and so hot. And
Loggers in the Lounge. You can hear me at the
Loggers
very
in-
end for about 10 seconds.
Loggers in the Lounge.
Yeah, now you got to go listen
He's
to
gonna
it.
pull it up.
I'm not even going to tell you, so you have to go stream it.
Just
Yeah.
you got to stream it now,
Gotta
ladies and
stream it,
gentlemen.
yeah.
Everybody stream it right now.
And then go stream my stuff after.
yes.
We're actually, if you look on Spotify, at the very bottom, they have this new thing, and it's like, fans also like.
Oh, really?
And we're in each other's fans also like, which
That's-
I think is so
that's
cute.
fun.
That's cute.
It's JOE's song.
Yeah.
I thought you
That's
meant,
what she was
I thought you
saying.
meant Nelly's song. I was like, fuck yeah.
You're on Nelly's song.
We're going down.
I'm
We're
like,
going
why are you
down,
getting
down,
so
baby.
excited
I know.
right
I was
now?
like,
Me and Nelly know each other.
you know
I went to
Nelly.
St. Louis last year.
Cornell.
Yeah. Underlay, mommy.
No, I showed my kids country grammar not that
Oh,
long
really?
ago.
Oh, my
They
God.
weren't into it.
Really?
I was really hoping they would be, but they were like, "Man, we want to listen to Spider-Man."
That's one of the songs that I feel like the edited version is as good as the original. Like the real.
No, yeah, it works.
Boom, boom, baby, cock ready to let it go.
Street sweeper, baby,
yeah.
cock ready.
Like both versions hit the same. It's just like
the edited version from
Yeah.
Walmart sounds just as good as because that's what we were introduced with. I mean, I didn't hear the real version.
Well, I heard it
until
on Kiss FM.
No, yeah, I didn't hear the unedited version until I was maybe like 15, and I was like,
Street
I
Sweepers.
clutched my pearls. I was
What's
like,
that? Are they
what is
cleaning
he
the
talking
streets?
about?
Like I listen to Nas. I know what a street sweeper is.
It was like what was it? The to the windows, to the walls, and they would always edit that on the radio, so you wouldn't have the.
You know, my sixth
It'd be
grade
like, oh,
school
ski,
dance
ski,
played the
ski.
whole
Oh.
unedited version by accident.
Did they really?
Yeah, so I was like 12 at a school dance, and it was like sweat dripped down my balls.
And we're like, he said balls. He said balls.
Man.
Oh God. So
What are balls?
so back to the music. What inspired you to start performing or playing? Period. Like what got you wanting to perform?
So, I mean, really, like, plain simple answer is probably my dad.
Yeah.
My dad and some people in my family do music. So, like, growing up, instead of having, like, a living room, well, we had a living room, but we took the dining room, and my dad made it a full music room and a studio and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's always just kind of been ingrained into the family. Like, we all appreciate and love music.
So y'all would get together and just like, play. I mean,
Me and my brother, yeah.
Yeah.
And my dad, he was always like playing in bars and stuff when we were growing up. So we would go see him, lots of like blues, some country stuff. We went and watched him get inaugurated at the state capitol when I was in high school for a Western swing band. that he
Oh,
was in.
nice.
Yeah, just really cool, interesting stuff. And I really liked reading biographies of artists growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I read a biography about Jim Morrison and Kurt Cobain, kind of like the big hitters.
Yeah.
But just like, it's so fascinating to me that they all grew up kind of around music. And it's just always kind of been there since... it sounds, my brother makes fun of me because I literally say I've been around it since before I was born. And he's like, shut the fuck up. But it's so true. It is absolutely true. It's just always been a thing.
You're like in the womb and going
Literally,
to
yeah.
concert.
In the womb at bars watching bands.
I think
Like-
my sister was pregnant with my niece, and she went and saw like I think Kiss at one point. It was like at a Slipknot show.
Nice.
Yes.
That's great. The babies can feel the vibrations.
Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, I think that like a majority of the artists that we kind of revere. I mean, I'm sure they sat in their grandfather's lap and like he played guitar, or like it's something that you pick up at a young age. And
Yeah, and I think it's really important that my parents let us engulf ourselves in it. They were very supportive of whatever we wanted to do. Any weird type of music we wanted to listen to, whether they thought it was appropriate or liked it.
Mm-hmm.
And they just made sure we had all the options to see anything we possibly could. If we liked it or didn't like it. We had a big metal phase.
Okay.
Of course, like a 90s pop phase with the boy bands. But yeah, I think it's really good to nurture whatever your kids like. And my thing just happened to be music, and they completely nurtured it.
That's good. So you're taking the kids, I mean, are you even taking them to shows or anything like that?
We don't go to too many shows. They've been to some of my shows.
Yeah.
But they're obsessed with the Spider-Man soundtrack.
Okay.
They're constantly in the car listening to that.
Oh, the Beyond the Spider-Verse
Yeah,
soundtrack?
Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Metro Boomin is the producer in the
did
whole
really
thing.
good, yeah,
Yeah, and there's some really good artists on there. I've grown to love it against my own will.
Really?
But yeah, it's really not that bad. It's some good stuff. And like, they'll pull out because we're always listening to music in the house and in the car. So like, my 7-year-old loves System of a Down.
Oh man, that's awesome.
His thing. Yeah, he'll be like, we got to listen to that song that's like, bah! And I'm like, that's System of a Down.
Doesn't narrow it down, kid.
It's so cute. And they'll go to my dad's and like play his drums and get on the microphones and stuff. It's real sweet.
Who would you say is like your biggest influence to the music you make?
Artist wise?
Yeah. Do you have like one that you just like idolize? That
One is tough. It's like a plethora of people. If I had to pick like a couple, for sure, Elliott Smith.
Yeah.
Kimya Dawson. The Mountain Goats I don't know if y'all are familiar
no.
with them. Oh, I fucking love the Mountain Goats.
I was familiar with the first one you said, and like you lost me on the.
I've heard of him because I think you mentioned it on my podcast.
I love them. I talk about the Mountain Goats all the time. I love them.
The Mountain Goats.
Janis Joplin.
Yes, I was going to say Janis Joplin. I kind of get it whenever I listen to music.
Who's she? No, I'm just kidding. I looked
at you. I thought you said that. My answer so quick.
Punch the shit out of you.
I'm just kidding.
I kind of get like a Cranberries sound also. Dolores Reardon, right? That's
Do you know
I can't remember,
who Mazzy Star is?
Oh, I love Mazzy Star.
Oh my god, have y'all ever heard her?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sex music. Like,
Oh,
That's so funny you say
It's-
sex music because I'm like, that's sad girl music.
It is. It's
just
so
that-
sad, girl.
It's like
music.
I want to do heroin to that music and then just like lay back. And
what's that
No, yeah,
one
that's
song?
one of my influences too.
Yeah.
But not because sex music, but because she literally just like, it seems like she pulls things from journal entries or something.
Oh, 100%.
Everything seems like very
It's-
personal and intimate.
I saw it referred to as dream rock one time, and she was
That's
like the
nice.
only person in that category. I was like, that makes sense. So, but it's just that real, just
I found a.
Yeah, it's just kind of hazy.
I think it's
Fade Into
that's
You
kind of
by
like,
Mazzy Star.
Fade
It's
Into
a
You is
good-
a really
song.
great song.
and then Flowers in December. is
my
another-
favorite song by her is Mary of Silence.
I haven't heard that one.
Ooh, it's a good one. It's nice and dark, and it has organ in it. It has dark minor key
Oregon, the
organ.
state?
Organ. I don't know why I can't say it right. Organ. A piano.
Do you prefer like
Piano with
music
pipes.
like that type of music from like the early mid '90s, or like what they have going on right now? Like, I mean,
I think I appreciate them
Genre-wise.
both in different ways.
yeah.
Because, like, from current day things, I really, really, really like Boy Genius and Phoebe Bridgers.
Yeah.
So I've been told I need to listen to
Phoebe
Boy Genius.
Bridgers.
Oh, Boy Genius makes me cry.
I was actually told to listen to Boy Genius.
Yeah.
No, they're sad. When I say sad
Yeah.
girl music, like
Well, that's what they-
sad girl music.
So the girl that told me, because she's a big Swiftie fan, but she's like, but if you want like the sad version of Taylor Swift, listen to Boy Genius. I was like, all right.
yeah.
So I'm gonna listen to Boy Genius. I'm gonna give it a shot.
Is it a dude?
No, it's three girls.
3 girls.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Don't question it.
The
Just let it
name
engulf
is
you.
deceiving. So
Let it
No,
engulf
yeah,
your
I like
soul.
that. But then also, like, I feel like I don't know why I'd have to choose, but if I did have to choose, I would definitely choose the mid 90s music.
Mm-hmm.
But then also, if it really got down, I can't choose actually.
like 90s.
'Cause
to
I'm
early
like, now I wanna-
2000s is just.
I think mid 90s or like specifically for like the sad, like emotional, intimate acoustic music, 60s to 70s acoustic music,
Yeah.
like Bob Dylan, Don McLean.
Oh,
Jim
yeah.
Croce.
Oh my
I love me
gosh.
some Jim Croce.
His song Vincent is so sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like those two probably. That mixture right there.
Well, that entire era of like kind of like folkish, almost kind of like spoken word, just about when you like talk
I like,
about Bob
yeah,
Dylan.
those songs that just kind of tell a story.
Yeah.
And it's like you just
Yeah.
listen, you're just like, oh, listen to the
Yeah,
story.
you could tell like they're really feeling what they're talking
Yeah,
about.
they tell a tale. It's not just the same shit like over and over.
Yeah.
3 times and then you end the song. So
It's interesting. Like, you're kind of like a product of what you grew up with, right?
Yeah.
In a sense, like you kind of get like, so my brother and sister are 10 and 12 years older than I am. And so I grew up listening to a lot of that just late 80s, early 90s, rock, metal, that kind of stuff. And so, and then like the hair metal bands and all that, like Firehouse and Slaughter and like, and they have these crazy names, but they were like they had the ballads and all that
Poison.
stuff. Yeah. So I grew up listening to that, and like I prefer that and like 90s grunge over anything else, but that's because that's what I grew up listening
Yeah.
to. And then like my mom listened to like the 90s country, and so I kind of have like this like soft spot for that a little bit. But then I got introduced to like the old like George Jones and Waylon
Conway
Jennings and
Twitty. No.
Conway Twitty.
I know my grandpa likes Conway
Yeah, so like
Twitty.
the grandpa stuff, right?
Oh, I love Patsy Cline.
Yeah.
My
yes.
grandma really, really liked her. And now that I think about it, my mom listened to like strong, powerful woman music in the
Yeah.
90s. So I'm like, there's something. I feel like that was a
Jefferson
big
Airplane
influence
or-
right there.
Some good Patsy Cline. Oh my god.
Oh, I
She
covered
had such a-
Jefferson Airplane at my gigs.
Yeah.
Jefferson Airplane is So good.
Love Grace Slick.
How many hits do they have?
You really can't. I mean,
Too many.
when it comes
they have White
to-
Rabbit. They have. I was about to say Since I've Been Loving You. That's a Led Zeppelin song. Somebody to Love. Thank you.
No, I think whenever you try to compare like genres or year, like music from the 60s up until now, I think the music now is absolutely a product of what we had back in the day or like further in the past. But also it kind of like helps you evolve the sound of now, then to now.
Was it us talking about on the last episode about how like you get stuck, like you're kind of like not like emotionally stunted, but like you're whatever you listen to kind of like in your formative years, you get stuck there and you have a hard time breaking past that and listening and accepting.
It's almost like you compare everything to that.
Yeah.
It's like music these days. You
Yeah,
just
I've
ain't
heard
got
that.
it.
Like the core, kind of like those adolescent growing into your teen years.
And then
I feel
that's like that's it. Like, no, it's all you want to listen to, and you have to kind of like change that mentality. And like, all right, I've got to listen to this in more of an open, welcoming, way or whatever.
What are y'all laughing at?
I don't know. I saw him
No,
laughing. I was
this
like,
is- this
"Wait for
happens."
it."
There was a time you've fallen asleep to like music being on, right?
Yeah.
And like sometimes I'll just like let music play throughout the night. And it was that Finger 11 song. If
One
I
thing.
traded it,
If I close my
And so I was dreaming, and
I forgot
for
about
some
that.
reason I was dreaming, and it was in my dream it was Mel Gibson and Pat Morita from Karate,
Karate
Kid. And it was just
I
like
just watched Karate Kid 3 last night.
Pat Morita was just like, you know what you got to do, and then it like that song kicked on, and it incorporated into my dream.
Oh my
so
God,
it was
that's
like
so funny.
to me, it was Mel Gibson like singing it, just like if I traded it, oh, and Pat Morita was all like, just like rocking out in the
That's
background.
a good dream song.
Yeah, I woke up, I was like, what the fuck does that mean? So, but
Little did you know, it was just music that just got incorporated in
I know
there.
I love that.
So real quick on the group chat, music is memories. And I think that's
That's
Yeah.
very true.
like there
Yeah.
are times where I'll go through like some old stuff and find, like we were talking earlier, like those binders of CDs, like some of the stuff we'd burn. And I remember I found one with like a bunch of old Linkin Park and like Limp Bizkit and POD.
Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
I was not a Linkin Park fan.
No?
No,
Really?
That I
I
was.
like Linkin
The
Park.
Reanimation album, I
I
love
was
that
not
one.
a Linkin Park fan,
I
and
like
Jesse always
them.
is like, "Why?"
I think by proxy because my best friend loved them.
I was a Limp Bizkit fan. Let me just tell you,
Well, Linkin Park was my first
I
concert.
loved Limp Bizkit back in the day, but I hated.
Joe's
I-
trying to go see Limp Bizkit when they come to town this
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
Hey, you let me know because I'll show up too.
I don't want to
man.
get trampled. I don't want to get broken.
That's fine.
I don't want to give them something to break.
What was your?
So you got to practice for metal shows at Tulips. That's that way you can.
Yeah,
absorb
Javier
the-
went to his first actual
Oh, yeah?
hardcore show.
Yeah. I went to my first hardcore show.
Yeah.
What did you call it?
Hardcore. So it's like a hardcore. So it's a genre of like punk. But you take like punk music and then you incorporate more just like the screaming vocals, and it was it's just very
I
very
went
heavy.
to Metal
driven.
Fest one time at Ridgely Theater.
Oh yeah.
I think it was 12 or 13. I had a hardcore like metal phase because my brother liked metal, so I was like, yeah, me too. I'm one of the guys. And I would wear trip pants and stuff. Hold on. My headphones are falling off, guys.
I'm a
1 second. But yeah, I had like a big, and I would really try and go and do it.
yeah.
Like I was like, I'm a part of this and I want to be included in this. I would go in the mosh pits. I would go like rummage around. But then one day I realized I don't think I like metal at all.
It's
I think I just liked it because my brother liked it.
there's
There's some good stuff though. Some really good guitar stuff going on in
I
there.
think there's metal, like you can find something in like if you just classify metal altogether. There's so many subgenres. That's where it gets
true.
kind of crazy, right? You can find something for I think anyone that could
Yeah.
you could enjoy it, right? Or find something you like in it. But like the hardcore scene is very much like the screaming vocals and just very like intense. But what's crazy is if you listen to the words, a lot of it's about like bringing yourself up and like powering through things and getting past like certain parts of your life.
Mm-hmm.
It's very like empowering, music, and
Interesting.
they're very like the majority of like the Fort Worth hardcore scene is very like open and accepting of all different races, creeds, everything. And so it's a very like loving and nurturing environment with people beating the shit out of each other.
What was that one show you went to where the neo-Nazi?
Oh yeah, so we went to we went up to Oklahoma. So Lance and I and our buddy Brian drove up to Oklahoma City, or just outside of Oklahoma City. We went and saw Hatebreed, which if you think of the name Hatebreed, like you're like, oh, that's but they have songs about like they have a song called Perseverance. And it's literally like, I'm going to do whatever I can to like help my family grow. I'm going to work hard. You know, it's very much like that kind of lyrics, right? And it was crazy. This dude takes his shirt off and he's got white power tattooed on his belly.
Oh.
And the fucking crowd beat the shit out of him and pulled him out of there and kicked him out of the venue.
Oh my goodness.
That's the type of that's the environment, right? That's how most metal shows, most hardcore shows you're going to go to, you're going to have that type of people there.
I agree.
They're going to get rid of the trash. They don't want them there, you know, and kick them out kind of thing. It was.
Yeah, I've never felt unsafe at any sort of like metal show I've been to.
Now,
there's one time I got hit in the head with a frozen water bottle though, and it hurt.
That does happen sometimes.
Yeah, it made me fall to the ground.
People get like the frozen like.
I was like, why did somebody throw that? But it wasn't like a person punching me or something.
Yeah, they get a little wild sometimes, and they do crowd killing where they're like, if you're on the edge of the pit, you'll get slammed into.
I just saw Rubber Gloves posted a big thing about that,
yeah.
And they were like, hey, if you do that here, you're banned forever. And they posted some video and they were like, you know who you are, don't come back here.
Yeah, so
it was,
this
if you
weekend,
go to Rubber Gloves Instagram.
This weekend is Not So Fun Weekend up there, and it's all hardcore and metal bands. There's a few from...
Yeah, apparently you can't go in punching people.
They're not going to be punching, but they're going to be doing karate in the pit and stuff. Oh, yeah. That's not my kind of pit. My pit's like I like a good push pit where everybody's just in there kind of shoving each other around. That's fun. And the crowd surfing. And all that.
Any mosh pit things I can remember is just going like this.
Yeah.
People hitting my shoulders.
But now they do like these.
I'm sorry.
They do these circle pits where everybody's just like running around in a circle, and I'm like, that's just,
I'm okay with that.
Like, that's just
that
too
sounds
much.
like what my kids do.
That's just too much. I know. Let the kids do it. That's just too much.
You have mosh pits with the kids.
And then
they
the
pretty
karate.
much mosh every day. They're crazy.
The karate pits are crazy. Yeah.
Maybe they would like metal music. Who knows? Maybe.
Well, I mean, they like System of a Down.
Yeah, they really. Yeah. Well, one of them does. One of them
yeah.
does not.
Oh.
The other one thinks it's too loud. I think he likes it by proxy.
Yeah.
Probably just because his brother does.
Yeah.
Yeah, one likes really sing-song stuff.
Yeah.
And the other one likes like loud, abrupt things.
So you sit down and bust out the guitar and play for them?
They think that it's not cool.
They're like,
home.
Mom.
Well, like they think one of them thinks I'm really cool.
Yeah.
Hendrix thinks
That's
I'm
sweet.
so cool. But my youngest is not. He's not having it. He doesn't see it. He doesn't see the vision. And he thinks it's like embarrassing when I play my guitar and stuff. He's supportive though. Like if he's at a show, he's not like shh.
Mom, quick, get off the stage.
No, yeah, like I'll play songs for them
Yeah.
and stuff, and they know the words. It's really cute. But then if I show them new stuff, one of them will be like, "Oh my god, I love this!" And I asked my youngest one time. I was like, "Hey, do you like this?" And he literally like wouldn't even look at me and just goes. And I was like, "Oh no!"
Oh, no.
I was like, "He's trying to be polite."
Did he? He was just looking down.
Yeah, he was like, "I'm not gonna look at her."
Oh, man.
That's his.
Yeah, 4-year-olds are brutal.
But, you know, I mean, everybody's
One
got
day
their own
he'll think I'm
taste.
cool.
He might, yeah.
Well,
He
yeah,
might think
yeah.
you're cool,
Yeah.
or he might, you know.
Or I'll always embarrass him, but that's
Yeah.
okay too.
One or the other.
I was a huge mom. I'm still a huge mama's boy.
Yeah,
so,
he still loves me regardless.
Yeah. I'll fuck kill you if you mess with my mom. No. So let's go back in time. Let's go back to a time when you were listening to music and you purchased your first CD. What was that CD?
My first CD I
Yes.
ever purchased
Yes.
was the self-titled NSYNC album.
Okay. Was that the one?
That's the one with "I Want You Back" on it.
Yes. Oh,
And-
And it literally just says "In Sync."
Drive me crazy.
yeah.
I
You
saw-
drive me crazy.
They were my
I
first
thought that was
concert
Britney
Yeah.
Spears.
What?
at Six Flags.
Oh
for
man,
free.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
My first concert was Mark Anthony.
Oh, really?
My mom won tickets to
Oh
go
my
see
God.
him, and I was so excited because I'd never been to a concert before.
I used to listen to a lot of Mark Anthony
I
growing
can't
up.
even remember a song.
Me neither.
There was the one song. He had a really big hit, and I can't remember it for the life of me. But it was like the one song I knew at the concert. I can't remember.
I was gonna say Bailamos, but
I was gonna say She Bangs, but it's Ricky
That's
Martin.
Ricky Martin, and then the one I think was
Enrique
Iglesias. So what was that first CD that you? NSYNC.
The self-titled NSYNC album.
Okay, cool.
And
That's
then
awesome.
and then Britney Spears' Baby One More Time album.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I was really big into the pop growing up.
I remember I got my first CD player, right? Portable CD player. It's got the anti-skip.
Those were the deal.
Doesn't actually
skips,
work,
though.
right?
Yeah.
100%.
I can still hear the skip in a certain song to this day.
I remember going to, we had like the toss test. And
before it was taxed.
Yeah, and we got to bring, you could bring like a Walkman or whatever, so you didn't disrupt anything. I remember bringing my CD player, and I had 2 CDs. I had the Cranberries.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Like the first, the one that had Zombie and all that on there. And then I had Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill.
Good choices.
And here, I'm like, I got to be like 12 years old. I have to be like 12, something like that. And I've got these 2 CDs. And I remember somebody making fun of me for having like the Cranberries. I was like, no, they're really good.
No,
and I was like, Alanis Morissette. I was like, yeah, she's really angry about stuff.
She's pissed.
I was like, I didn't understand
she's
any
broke,
of it.
But she's happy.
I don't know what that man did to her, but fuck that man.
Yeah, freaking the guy from Full House.
Yeah, Joey, Uncle Joey.
No.
Was
Dave Coulier.
Dave Coulier.
It was the other one, the average-looking uncle.
Yeah, the white one. He was the only white because the other one was the other one was a Greek. John Stamos.
John Stamos, yeah.
She'll be back.
Yeah. All right, go to the ladies' room. Jesse's probably she's actually in there now.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you can say hi. Yeah, okay, you don't have to come back. Man, I remember.
That was Gabby.
Yeah, I remember having that CD though. Those 2 CDs and
I don't remember what my first CD was.
no?
Mine was 5. Lenny Kravitz is 5.
I remember my mom, like, because I would get Hit Parader magazines, and then they'd have like the single page like cutouts you can do, and I had like Marilyn Manson post up in my room, and my mom was like, "Well,
that man has titties."
Yeah, she's like, he sucks his own dick. So, yeah. But she took me to Best Buy and bought me 2 CDs, and I think it was like the Romeo and Juliet soundtrack. And
that was a really good soundtrack.
Sixpence None the Richer.
Kiss me.
Yeah. Out of the bearded barley.
So let's go to the group chat real quick. I'm actually scared to go to a metal club, especially
of the country.
Out of the country, because I want to see Rammstein. Oh, that's a bucket list show. That would be a lot of fun.
Those look scary.
Rammstein shows?
Can we talk about Rammstein just real quick?
Is it good or bad?
It's good.
Okay.
Well, the lead singer's has questionable things.
I'm
but
sure every German does.
But he's wild. I actually have something else to talk about after this because I don't want to do it on here. But I found out what the sign language for Nazi is, and it's fucking crazy and it's funny. Anyways, no, I'm not going to. But Rammstein, they released some cologne.
Really?
And one of them, the top notes is gasoline and burnt match.
Okay.
I'm
makes sense.
I'm actually going to buy it.
I thought you'd say it'd be like firefight or something.
No, I can't remember what
bang.
I can't remember what it's called, but it's it's called gasoline. That's what it's called. Yeah.
Cool.
Du hast.
Rammstein would be
Du hast mich.
I think Rammstein would be a blast.
Du hast mich mit
I would have
Sprechen Sie dick, sagen blind.
I don't think that.
He's fucking
I
barking.
don't think that's the lyrics. But
Let's see. Mark Anthony. I guess Chrissy's trying to find out what that single was. It's in the tip of my tongue. And Chrissy's first CD was No Doubt. I guess it was No Doubt. Was Don't Speak the name of that?
Don't
album?
Speak. It was probably like
that was like their first big one, I think.
Yeah.
I think they had another one before that, but it wasn't that big. I don't remember.
I was going to say Savage Garden.
Well, they had Return to Saturn.
Didn't you say Savage?
Savage Garden. Oh my god. So let me ask real quick. So you're not supposed to ask a lady's age. Are you because we're in our late 30s. We are
early 30s.
Early 30s.
I just turned 32.
Shut up.
She's early 30s. We're late 30s.
1992. I'm a 90s baby.
Man.
I graduated in 2010.
90s baby, grew up in the 2000s.
Man.
Yeah.
40 this year.
You're gonna be 40 this year?
I'm not that far behind.
Oh yeah, my brother's gonna be 40 in January next year.
Yeah.
So I used to listen to a lot of Kiss FM, And
yes.
the DJ Domino would always like.
Yes.
He
Domino
died.
on
He
the radio.
died.
He died?
Like 2 days ago, I think.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
It's really sad. So like,
Thanks for bringing the mood
I don't
down.
even know what he
Sorry.
looks like, but
I you know what? From what I remember, I'd never seen him before and heard his voice, and I actually had to go back and listen to. Oh, okay, well that's perfect timing. Jesus Christ, Jesus, me, your friend Javier. I just want to tell you, take care of Domino. He's a man of the sky, the DJ that makes you PJ. I don't know. What
all right.
Russ Martin
That
died
was
like a year or two
fascinating.
ago.
3 years ago.
Was it
Yeah,
3 years?
3 years
Yeah,
ago.
it's been 3 years.
3
Yeah.
years. But no, I used to listen to a lot of Kiss FM whenever they'd play like a lot of like house music also, which I miss a lot.
Yeah, Kiss used to play House at night, and then 97.1 also played on.
The Adventure Club.
Was it? No, 102.1.
Josh with the
102.1's
Adventure Club.
But they had
Oh, I forgot
the
about that.
on the weekends because of
Mandatory
the
Metallica.
Lizard Lounge.
Ooh.
The Lizard Lounge was
Mandatory
a
Metallica.
It's like an hour. They only played Metallica.
the Lizard Lounge was it was a house. They played house music, but on the weekend they did the church, and it was goth like house music.
Oh, that's fun.
And I remember them.
They still do the church somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know.
My
where.
friend goes to it, but I've never been to it before.
I think that'd be fun.
Church?
The church.
Take me to church. Vanya, I guess, was also born in 92, so
Yep.
Cute.
shout out to
92,
you.
92.
And also, I actually started to learn German because of it. I want to learn German too. I think that'd be
Because of
that's the
1990.
most
It's one of the hardest
angry
languages.
languages. I guess it feels like they're screaming.
They
everything.
are. They're mad at
Yeah, they
everything.
are.
I've been
We had a
like-
German foreign exchange student in high school, and we're still friends to this day.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he is so cool. He is somewhere in Argentina right now, but he's a DJ.
Okay.
So I was like, dude, we got to do some music.
Did you know that if you are German and like have family in Argentina, that means they're hiding over there?
Isn't that where Hitler went?
No, I just had this
something?
conversation with because I want to do an ancestry.com.
Oh, you haven't done one?
Well, I haven't spit in the tube,
Ah,
but I did. Like, I at least did the part of the family
that's a
tree.
lot of spit you got to put in there.
It is. It's
And
actually
I
a
don't
lot
know.
that you.
Full of.
I don't know if I want to just willingly give somebody my DNA.
Well, I'll
you
tell
know.
you what.
Especially with the way
That's how
things
they
are
get you.
going.
That's how they get you.
Hey, well.
if you
Like,
committed
what
any-
happens? What do they do with it when I'm done?
Well, if you committed any murders, they're going to find out who you are. If they have
Or
your
if,
DNA.
if someone
Oh,
in your
never mind.
family,
So don't spit on your victims.
if someone in your family committed murder, they've actually been able
yeah.
to do familiar traces.
the
that way.
BTK killer was caught because
Yep.
and he was a cop the
He was an
entire
ex- he was an
time.
ex-cop.
I
yeah.
believe it.
He's a cop.
Wasn't there another killer that got
He's a
caught
cop.
because they did the?
It's a co-op.
Maybe it was that one. I don't know.
Yeah, I did the DNA thing, and
Where did your family originate?
mostly Norway.
Interesting.
So the majority of them is Norwegian, a little bit
think-
of Sweden, and then my dad's side is like northern England, Welsh.
Yeah, from what I got, it said that they came from England on my dad's side. And then I know my mom's family originated from Spain.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
that's
mine
all
too.
I got. I didn't get too far into it.
Like I know I'm like some Jewish, like the
See,
very
that's what I
bottom.
want to know. I want to know the percentages.
but it's like you get
I wish
like
I could pull it up on my
I
phone.
want to know if I'm like 4% something.
It was funny. Chad was like, I was like, we were talking about our DNA stuff, and I was like, you probably got Ashkenazi Jewish.
That's what I got.
And then I was like,
Ashkenazi.
that's what it is. Ashkenazi Jewish, and it's like the German that realm of like Judaism or whatever, or Jewish people. And then I was like, you're probably Irish because you're a redhead or whatever. And then he's like pulls out of like West Africa, like he's got like this like smallest percentage, and I'm like,
That was the most racist
Nice.
week we've ever had on the show
My mom had
for
that.
Chad.
I was like,
Chad.
man,
My mom was like 2% African or 2.5%.
See, I would be fascinated to see that.
It's interesting because I know a lot of mine has like Spanish, Portuguese stuff.
It's like the origin of man is like
Yeah.
Egypt and that area, anyways, right?
But it also tells you like I'm on 23andMe, and it tells you like your distant relative, like third, fourth cousins.
Oh yeah, same with the
And-
ancestry.
And I think like I think I remember my mom or dad telling me that my grandpa, one of my grandfathers, like was like abandoned as a child.
Oh,
And so like I see like this other last name popping up, and it's just crazy to see because it breaks everything down to the percentage and then the region of where they're from. Those other family members And it's crazy how like a cluster. And I had cousins too that I didn't know they took the test. They popped up on my feed like, "Hey, you got a really close first cousin." And it.
So
Wow.
I told the story like a little briefly once before on the show, and I'm going to just tell you and get your reaction.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay, I'm ready.
we did our ancestry stuff, right? And my mom and everybody did it like a while back.
I'm gonna pee real quick.
And then out of nowhere, I get this alert, and there's this lady we don't know who is on our, and it shows that like a close familiar match, like sibling with my mom.
Interesting.
So
Was her dad in the streets?
no, here's what we find out. So I have an Aunt Margaret. This lady's name's Margaret. Switched at birth.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, straight up switched at birth. Yeah, so they were born in a birthing center in like Grapevine, way back before they had any of the checks and balances or whatever. And my grandmother took home the wrong baby.
That's
Holy
insane.
shit, that sucks.
And so yeah, so we have this whole other lady who had she got an ancestry because she was trying to find
Does she
out.
look like your mom?
Yeah. Wow. Like they look like you. Like as soon as I saw, her, I was like, "Holy crap! This is it's like my mom." Like you knew it was my mom's sister.
So she still went by Margaret?
Yeah. So they're both named Margaret, and so
Oh, that's got
So like her name was Margaret. Is that how they got switched?
yeah. Both
Bring us Margaret.
both
It's like,
names are
oops.
Margaret's. And so my aunt goes like my aunt that I grew up with. She went by Margie, you know, as long as I've known her, but her name's Margaret, and this other lady's name is
stranger.
Margaret. Yeah, but it's fucking weird, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's what happens with ancestry.
See,
It's
I
like,
don't know if I'm ready for all that.
Yeah, it
What
was.
if I find like a sister or something?
I don't know. Then you like, hey,
Dad?
what's this about? Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, it was wild. She doesn't want anything to. She's kind of talked with my mom a little bit, but she doesn't really want to like meet or anything like that. But she actually got on Ancestry because she was trying to find out her percentage of like Native American.
Oh yeah,
Or
because you could get a
indigenous,
check
right?
for that.
Yeah, so she's trying to find out because her brother and her, like, she's always been told like you are Native, blah blah blah, this tribe. Come to find out, no, you're not. She
Wow.
she messaged because you can message on Ancestry. She messaged one of my other aunts, and which was the wrong one to message because she's very blunt. And she's like, "Yeah, I was trying to find out like this," and she's like, "Well, I hate to break it to you, but you're not. There's not even a drop of native blood. We're all from like Norway." And
Isn't that what Elizabeth Warren did that?
Oh yeah, she did. And then it didn't end. So
no.
sorry.
But that's yeah. So that's my ancestry story. So take it. You know, I think it's a cool thing to do, and like you kind of get an idea of like maybe a little bit more like who you are, like where your DNA, and it changes too. Like as more people in your line do it, like the regions change and stuff like that. So
I think that's fascinating
It
to
is.
even have that option. And I'd like to see like the medical records, I think. Like what's really hereditary through the whole family and stuff.
yeah.
Well, that's kind of what I like about 23andMe. It like breaks down, and even whenever new things come out, it tells you, oh, hey, you might have this, like, you know, the cilantro gene where
Tastes like
it
soap.
either
Like
tastes like
soap.
soap or it doesn't.
I
Like,
love
that's-
cilantro.
I love it, and my girlfriend hates it. She's got that soap gene, so it's like something that's in your DNA. That
We found out basically like, so I had an uncle that has this
penis.
or cousin. I had a cousin
I saw
that had
it.
this thing called hemochromatosis, which is it's a blood disorder. It just you have too much iron.
Oh,
that's
sorry.
all it is.
Womp womp.
It's nothing crazy. Anyways, so we knew he had it, and then I did the ancestry DNA, and it's like, hey, you probably should get checked and make sure, because both my mom and dad are carriers of it. So which means I'm clearly got it, and.
Yeah, I told my sister about this last night. I was like, yeah, some freak friend of mine has to donate blood all the time.
Yeah, so I don't.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, isn't that where like if you cut yourself you bleed a
No,
lot?
no. It's hemophilia.
Hemophilia.
So I just have too much iron. So I just have to donate blood like every, I don't know, like 6 to 8 weeks, sometimes a few months.
Interesting.
Yeah,
What happens if you don't?
it's same. It's almost like the same symptoms of like if you're anemic. So like I'll get like real tired, get hot easily, sweat a lot, just kind of stuff like that. But it can cause organ issues and joint issues and things on down the road.
Too much blood?
It's not too much blood. It's like too thick and too much iron. Like the iron content's
Red
too much.
blood cells, is
Iron
my
Man.
sister said that you Because she works at a doctor's office.
Yeah, so it's like it's an abundance of red blood cells and too much iron. What's crazy about it though is it's adaptation though. So like your family, like my family's from like the Scandinavian area, and lots of fish, things like that. So not a whole lot of iron.
Oh.
So your body adapts to it.
My sister just texted me. She said you have too much penis intake.
Yes.
I don't know what that means.
Intake? Oh, okay.
I thought my level was just perfect,
Nope.
Slap that on a t-shirt.
Hey, so like, if you had a soundtrack to your life, what would it be? What would it consist of?
Oh, that's tough. Because my music is so sporadic. Mm-hmm. So if I had like an ongoing soundtrack to my life, I feel like it'd be instrumental mostly. Mm-hmm. Lots of synth, maybe. Just like little noises.
No, we're going to change this real quick, and you're going to tell us one artist. One artist has to be your soundtrack. Like, you're going to have only one.
Oh, that is hard, though.
That's a horrible question.
I know, it's a horrible question. So, like, one artist, and who is that?
Like, if I really just had to pick. So, are we going off of, like, music that I think describes my life, or what I would listen to every day?
No, like, if you were going to go about, like, getting on the bus or something like that, it's going to be, like, the score to your life. Like, it's if someone was watching you as a movie. What artist is that?
I don't know.
Britney Spears.
It's tough.
No, my first gut instinct was going to say Gorillaz.
Okay,
Ooh,
go with your gut.
Yeah.
I think Gorillaz is great. Yeah. So Gorillaz.
But then
is
it
going,
really just depends on if I'm happy or sad that day too. That's like good mood soundtrack.
But it's not going to be like, I'm not saying like their songs or whatever, but like that artist, Gorillaz, who is also the singer of Blur,
yeah,
is going to.
woohoo!
That's the only song I know.
Gorillaz is now going to narrate. They're going to be the score of your life. So they're going to create songs
that.
and
They could do that. Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like their actual songs, but it's going to be that style, that feel, right? So.
Yeah.
All right. Before we,
It was the
It's one of
mosquito
those-
hunter.
Oh,
They don't scare me,
Before,
but it just went right in my face.
oh, I see it. Okay, all right.
before we close out here, because we're almost at our time now, I've got one question I like to ask any new guest, and I'm going to paint a picture. We used to do like the
funky five.
funky five, but I'm going to just take this one question.
Oh wait, what's your favorite restaurant here in Fort Worth?
Oh my gosh, I
had to
hate you.
ask.
I hate you.
Oh, that's tough too.
Yeah.
Well, Bricks.
All right, so Bricks
That's
is it.
Bricks.
All right.
Bricks is my and okay, but there's Bearded Lady too.
Yes. Which you've performed at also. You've performed at Bearded Lady.
Yeah, pretty soon the patio music will start
I
again.
need to give them another shot.
Yes.
So
You need to, because all of those beautiful ladies, there's men that work there too, but they're
Yeah.
all beautiful. And the food
Oh.
and the atmosphere, the owners are great.
So the last time I
patio's
had their food, I wasn't happy about it. But I know.
What a whiny baby you are.
Look, I grew up going
Go
to
tell that to their face.
I grew up going to the Bearded Lady at the old location. All right.
Yeah.
With their
That's now Gusto's.
right,
Yes.
with their old cooks and everything like that, and there was just something about it, like, I don't know. The last time I went to Bearded Lady, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. So I just need to give it another shot. It could have just been an off day. So I need to give them another chance.
And I want their sandwich of the month is.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. So I'm gonna paint a picture for you. This is the time period before streaming existed. There is no TV guide on the screen.
No
You're
TV
having
guide.
you have to get the paper out if you wanted to look at a TV guide. So you're literally flipping through channels.
We're old.
All right. You're flipping through channels and you come across this one movie, and it doesn't matter where it's at any point. You're gonna stop and watch it. So it can be 30 minutes into it, it can be an hour into it. That's what you're doing. You're going to stop and watch it because you just love that movie so much. What movie is that?
Pulp Fiction.
Ooh.
That's a good one. And that was quick, too. You were...
Yeah,
right
no,
off there.
I pictured it in my head.
So all of us, we were like on Shawshank.
That's actually my number 2 favorite movie in the world.
Pulp Fiction's probably one of my, like, number 1 or number 2 for me.
Pulp Fiction is my favorite movie.
Came out in the same year. Shawshank and Pulp Fiction.
Shawshank's
A great time.
a...
Goodfellas.
Goodfellas. Oh,
Goodfellas.
Can I
okay,
just watch that
either
the
Pulp
other
Fiction
night.
or Good. Also, what age am I? I think that makes a difference
No,
too.
right now.
Right now?
Yeah,
Okay,
right now.
Pulp Fiction ties with Goodfellas.
Okay. Goodfellas.
Goodfellas is
I was
great.
talking
I love
about
Goodfellas.
Goodfellas the other night or the other day.
Soundtrack of the century.
Oh, fuck yes.
The opening scene. That was one of the only opening scenes out of any movie that threw me for a loop because I was not expecting it.
Did you hit something? What is that?
And you hear the banging, and they go back there, and then Joe Pesci's
still
character
alive.
just stabs and I'm like, holy crap! Wow.
Classic.
The only other movie now that has gotten me on the opening scene is that movie Talk to Me. So A24 came out not too long ago with the hand.
I haven't seen that.
The opening scene's wild. It's a scary movie, but the opening scene is completely wild and unexpected.
Have y'all seen Jackie Brown?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
I just saw that for the first time.
Jackie
like a few
Brown
weeks
is
ago. I was
actually-
like, this is amazing.
it's one of my favorite Tarantino movies.
Yeah.
I actually like it more than Pulp Fiction. I grew up I watched Pulp Fiction first,
Yeah.
but I really like just that overall story of Jackie Brown.
I just couldn't
Yeah.
figure out which angle she was trying to play.
Yeah.
Whenever it was just like, she's making a deal with him, and then him, and
it's
then
a
him,
great
and then
crime.
just
It's
like,
a great
what
crime movie.
I've been on like a Quentin Tarantino flick kind of kick right now.
Yeah,
so.
Reservoir Dogs, one of the best soundtracks. I think very iconic soundtrack. Tarantino's soundtracks in general are
I
just
do want to say,
iconic.
yeah, Tarantino and Scorsese, they both have really good soundtracks to their movies. What other movies did Scorsese have with? Did he do Casino also, right? I think he did Casino.
I think so.
But all those, well, because he'd always have like Rolling Stones in his like soundtracks, or The Departed. The Departed had a good one too. It had a lot of Rolling Stones.
Baby Driver though was
Baby
not
Driver was
Scorsese,
really-
but that was a
no,
good
it was a
soundtrack
really
too.
good
Anyways,
soundtrack.
all right. So to close it out, where can anybody find you on everything? How do they find
On
you?
all the things. Pretty much everything is Gabby Minton music. A freaking mouthful.
Gabby Minton Music. If you've got a
Say it right, Gabby Minton.
Gabby
music.
Gabby
Minton.
Minton.
Music. Minton.
Does say Minton.
Minton.
They're gonna say
Minton.
Minton. I tried to spell Minton.
No, I get
Minton.
mitten. I honestly say mitten. I leave the in out, but I have to like when people are asking me, I'm like
Gotta enunciate,
Minton.
if you
Minton.
if you have a stage name that might fit her, go ahead and throw it at her.
Yeah.
Let her. You know, she welcomes any stage name that you can come up with. You heard it here earlier that she
With
would,
arms wide open.
she would rebrand everything if it's the right stage name. All right,
And also, where are you? Have you heard of where you're going to be performing here soon? I know it's spring break's about to pop off.
Yeah, I have some stuff lined up. So I'm still pretty much every Friday at Panther Island. The next 2 Fridays, no, because I'm going out of town and got some stuff. But I'll be there the last 2 of the month. This Saturday, I'm at Pouring Glory from 5 to 8. They're doing a pint day.
that's a fun
Cool.
one.
I got some stuff next month. You can find me at Martin House. I'm doing something with Northside Community, and I'm working on new music.
Sweet.
Yeah, there should be an EP hopefully by this summer.
Love it.
But yeah, you all throughout Fort Worth.
Yeah, and we'll go ahead and post those dates whenever you come out with them too, so that way people can go check out the wonderful music that is Gabby.
Thank you.
In the chat, Aaron's saying he wants to drink with me, so
Nice.
let's make it happen, Aaron.
Harder drink.
He's gonna have to fly from the Rio Grande Valley, so he's
RGB.
gonna make it.
I'll come down there. Let's go to Rio Grande Valley.
I'm down.
All right,
I'm
cool.
down. Well, thanks everybody for joining us again. Gabby, thanks again for having us, and also
Thank
Jared, thank you again for being better Chad. So
R.I.P. Chad.
R.I.P. Chad.
All right,
I'll see you in
I
hell.
love Chad's mom.
we love you, Carolyn.
All right, close us out, Tim.
All right, and that was the Funky Panther. Thanks for joining us. If you've got any questions for us or want us to talk about anything in particular, please send us anything on our Instagram or any other socials at The Funky Panther. I don't know our phone number. I'm not going to try to say it, but you can always listen to one of the previous episodes and call it or see it in the description of this episode. With that said, stay good, everyone. I'm Tim.
I'm Javier.
I'm Gabby.
I'm Jared.
And
we are
the Funky Panther. R.I.P. Chad.
This house falls apart inside your hands with everyone inside them. Running like chickens with our heads cut off, not knowing which way to go. Get out of this hell. Barricade the door and say at me on the ground as much as you piss away your mother's name. Wrong with everything, keeping her sane. Do you feel no shame? You can slit my throat, but it won't help you figure out which way to go. Go and get your foot stitched up, come back home, then it's all over. But not for me. You're not getting anything.